everyone, it's Sarah here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am basically going to be doing something a little different. I am going to be sharing a piece of myself with you guys and I hope you enjoy it. As you can tell from the title, I am basically keeping a secret, or was keeping a secret, and I just feel that it was time for me to share this part of myself with the world because I've finally came to terms with what I've been dealing with, and I finally came to terms with how it affects my everyday life, and I just wanted to share my experience with you guys and we can all learn and grow together from this. So I've been keeping the secret of having epilepsy for about 11 years. Although I've had this condition when I was born, or basically from birth, I've had epilepsy. Although I was not actually diagnosed until I was 11 years old. The reason, or the way we found out that I had this condition was on Thanksgiving in, I would say about 2012 or so, when I was around 11 years old. I was having Thanksgiving dinner with my family and all of a sudden I just collapsed at the table onto the ground and I started shaking and foaming and everything that could possibly go wrong, I guess, happened. I was taken to the hospital and taken very good care of. Then the next month it happened again, only this time it was on Christmas, and I don't remember if this one happened in the morning or in the evening, but it did happen on Christmas Day. So from there I saw a neurologist in New York and I found an amazing neurologist that I currently have right now, Dr. Oren Davinsky. If you may not have heard of him, here is a picture of him. He is amazing. He is one of the best neurologists I have ever met. I loved him, or I still love him, and I wouldn't want to change for anything. So from that time, since 11 years old all the way up to now, I have been on medication. I have been on several different medications, although I can only be on one because I am allergic to the rest, which we can get into another time. But now the medications that I take are Keppra, and I take the medical cannabis or the medical marijuana, whichever you would like to call it. They're both really amazing, although now that I'm much older, I've been having many more seizures. I've had, just for this year 2019, I've had about 20 grand mal seizures, and I've had over 100 petite or very small seizures that would be considered like steering or blinking, or absentee seizures where I don't say anything, and little twitches here and there. Those are all still seizures, they're just very small, and during these small ones I don't lose consciousness, and it's a bit funny sometimes because my parent or someone else would be like, hey, you're having a seizure, I can see it on you, and I'm like, no, you're wrong, I'm not having anything, and you're making this all up. And then they would give me a medication called Ativan to help lessen the seizure if it were to potentially grow into a grand mal or tonic-clonic. And I've had seizures at my job, which a few customers have noticed, although I used to make up little lies here and there to say, oh, it's because I'm wearing glasses, or I'm just really tired and I've been looking at the screen all day, but I just got in for like 5 minutes, or I just got on and, you know, something's happening and I have to make a weird excuse, because it's kind of weird to tell a customer, hey, this is what's wrong with me. Also, I've had many challenges in my life, but I've overcame them and I am doing perfectly fine. There have also been things where people have said I couldn't have done, and I did so anyway, and I break the stereotype every single day. And during high school, I wanted to try out for the cheerleading team. I spoke with my previous neurologist, not Dr. Davinsky, and they said, no, you can't, this is not a good idea, whatever. And I walked out the office, I tried out for the team, I got on the team, and as you can assume, aside from being 5'3" and very, very skinny and very light, I ended up being a flyer. And my neurologist at that point in time did not like the fact, but I didn't care. It was something I wanted to do, it was something I wanted to show people, like, regardless of the fact, you can still do this. And as long as, you know, your signs and symptoms, your coaches know, your teammates know, at least like the captains, the other team members, they don't have to know, but they can. My entire team knew. My coaches, my captains, everyone knew. And it was really amazing. And I've had so many wonderful experiences, and I would not change it for the world. Then a person, or my family specifically, was always concerned that I was never gonna graduate high school on time. I proved them wrong by graduating on time in 2017 along with the rest of my graduating class, and it was amazing. It was the best feeling in the world walking across that stage, getting my diploma, and knowing I'm going right on to college to have another wonderful experience and learning what I would actually like to do in life with my career and all that. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you understand and don't judge me for my condition, but for me as a person. And I hope that everyone out there has learned a little bit about me and my condition, and that you can now understand a little bit about my life and what I go through on a daily basis. Also, at the same time, it is something very hard to deal with, and you do lose your memory a lot. And it's been a struggle because I have a little journal where I write down stuff every single day. I have reminders on my cell phone or my laptop that helps me remember everything. Even recording this video right now for you guys, I had reminders and, I was like, this is what I'm going to talk about, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I want to explain. And I'm just thankful that I finally got it out after all these years, and I came to finally accepting this is who I am. And I strongly believe without me having epilepsy and the seizures, I would not be the person I am today. So I am very, very thankful. Even though sometimes I might say, ugh, I can't deal with this, or this is too much, I just love it because it has shown me a different way of life. It has caused me to think differently, to react to people differently. Don't assume, don't judge. And I hope you guys have learned not to judge, don't assume, and just be generally nice people all around. Because what's the point of being mean if you don't know someone's backstory? But until next time, bye.